Lazaro's second touch comes wide, looking for Edwards. It's chopped off by...
Takes marks forward of centre, but I'm sure if he improves his work below his knees, he's going to be a really important acquisition because, as he said, really...
Didn't do any favours originally for the intended target of Comben. Turnover in the front half here for the side in pink. Eddie Ford to pull the trigger on a shot on goal, and that is going to bounce on its point. It was left originally by Comben. Effective touch. Young, McDonald, that's a sight that'll warm many a heart as he kicks deep. 1-2 bites. Mark taken by Coleman. Forward 50 entry. It's Curtis versus McDonald, and that's well done by Curtis too.
Regard he's held in here at Arden Street, given that he didn't actually play much footy last year.
It's a cliche, but it's an accurate.
Their leadership group and someone that I think people have really gained a lot of respect for in the last couple of years. He's vying for one of those SSP positions. March 9, the deadline. Vying for one of those SSP positions. March 9, the deadline.
The side door, it was Larky who put some on him afterwards. Nice lift as well. Coach Darren Crocker, they head to North Hobart Oval on Sunday to face Collingwood in a crucial match. As Eddie Ford's got on the end of a really neat players and spectators alike here at Arden Street as McDonald was on the end of the Simpkin hand pass through the tackle. Jones had it stolen by Greenwood, who dabs neatly on the left to Horn Francis, who could have almost kept running to goal. He probably only had feet though. Meanwhile, Jack Marnie has the shot at goal, and that's got really good carry on the kick. Little doubting that from Jack Marnie, who kicks.
But still impact on the scoreboard. I think he's almost the highest ceiling player at this football club at the moment. This season, if Tristan Jerry, who we know has had a great summer, Cal Coleman Jones, their big name recruit, if they at the course of the game.
Thomas to Taylor in the 1-2. They slide it forward. Marnie and Zerha have got to the back. They can almost raffle this. Zerha goes underground and bounces it home ever so casually. But the legs of Hoare. Stevenson trying to work around his opponent. Powell distributes to Coleman Jones. Davies Uniacke can't get through Phillips. Strong tackling work. And even better work there from Scott to bundle off it. Cleaning up was Phillips. His handball missed its intended target. Ford tackles Stevenson. McDonald, it's really willing stuff here. This is good to see. Who can be cleanest? Turner. Timken tried to step Ainsworth. Davies Uniacke left it for Hall. Goes back for Zeeble. Half volley pickup from LDU was clean to Taylor. Goes looking for Marnie, who marks. It's 2-on-2 inside forward 50. He marks Horn. Francis is scuttling forward as well. The lead will come onto the chest of Larky, and he marks in front of Marty Hall.
One spot in the ruck in the future. The beauty about Cow, we think he can fit in with any ruck combination.
To date, 5-5 plays 2-1 as we're through 4.5 minutes of the second quarter. Lazaro, tangle of legs with Powell. Simpkin clean and once again can find the exit to Goldstein, now wearing the blue jumper. Larky versus Hoare, and Larky just had the height and stretch advantage on.
So their attitude and their training's been really good. You know, Paul Curtis, but probably the repeat efforts was the thing that he needs to work on a bit more. And now he's fitter and we're seeing a bit more strength.
Goal kicker so far. Simpkin, Pollock on the left. He can load up from here. That's everything you want to see from Jared Pollock, who went to chip through the hands of Goda. Now it's Powell who can steady, kick just before the Ainsworth tackle, and Julie deliver. So hump footy when he was able to recover from a couple of different injuries, and then I think a half in a pre-season game against Hawthorn last year was his only football output for the season, as well as we see a shot at goal. Looked to be, I think, Will Phillips getting on the board. So
season before. How much more ready is he to play AFL footy, given the fact that he's had a whole year of senior footy under his belt the season prior?
Yeah, well, no doubt it helps him, and you can see by just looking at him. There he goes. Good timing, Riley.
Charlie Comben's one that looks like he's put on a lot of weight. How much emphasis has been put on to...
Oh, Jason Horn-Francis has launched. Riley, you nearly...
Charlie Comben's one that looks like he's put on a lot of weight. How much emphasis has been put on to...
Oh, Jason Horn-Francis has launched. Riley, you nearly bet that that's going to see high rotation on the club's social media channels and probably transcend a few others, and he thankfully puts the cherry on top and kicks a goal, which will make...
Toss up, the odd thing, ask him a few questions, and yeah, just try and help out where I can.
Jared Pollock took 2 steps to cut back to his left then, and
from the outside, seeing that he had a really difficult season last year, so I wasn't sure what we were going to get with him. But who was that, Nige? It's a great problem to have, but there's a lot of guys have come off a really good summer.
Saw from him a lot in his under-18s days, just that explosion from stoppage, and he did it there with a pretty stagnant ball, made it move from one side to the other.
And there's what Brady Rawlings.
Saw from him a lot in his under-18s days, just that explosion from stoppage, and he did it there with a pretty stagnant ball, made it move from one side to the other.
And there's what Brady Rawlings at the top there from Kane Turner. Thomas glides through. And the side in pink can clear Kate Answorth, one of the mainstays of the VFL program last season. Darts a ball to Curtis, who immediately gets moving. Silky smooth on the left, goes looking again for Eddie Ford. They've got quite a good little combination going, it has to be said. Curtis and Ford, the two ex-Western Jets, and the beneficiary of...
And Eddie Ford's even taken a couple of really strong marks above his head.
Curtis set to turn 19 just a couple of days before that Amy Community Series match against the Swans. Strong mark.
Level, and Eddie Ford's even taken a couple of really strong marks above his head.
Curtis set to turn 19 just a couple of days before that Amy Community Series match against the Swans. Strong mark. Flipped around as the days unfolded. Walker. Thomas gets on the end of the Lazara handball. Dib. Back in board for Thomas. His third possession in the sequence. Sails through Marty Hoare and can't unfortunately finish